Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and welcome to your TLC review. Man, oh man, some changes on this show. You had the viral infection going around. Bray Wyatt swapped out for the fuck boy. You had Kurt Angle in the main event replacing Roman Reigns. It was shocking. I did a video on it, my predictions. Check that out. If you want to hear like my opinion on that, whatever. But anyway, let's talk about the fucking show itself. So, I decided what should I watch first, The Walking Dead premiere or TLC? And I went with TLC for whatever fucking reason. I was like, let's get this show out of the way. I do want to see Angle. And that's pretty much it, but I was like, let's just fucking finish this so I could do the review and whatever. So we started off with Asuka, Kaka, whatever the fuck her name is, defeating Emma. Big fucking surprise here, right? She beats her with the Bob Backlund, and it's all over. So I'm not getting it here. What is it what that's so great about Asuka? I'm asking this question. The smile that DDP did 10 times better. I'm watching a fat boy, in the audience. Like, her entrance is good. Can't take that away from her. But an entrance is, like, not to sound like Dolph Ziggler, isn't everything. But there was a fat guy in the audience, a bald fat guy in plaid, and he was doing the Asuka thing. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. Is this one of the guys in the YWC that talks about wanting to fuck Asuka? Is that one of the people and what they look like? I don't know, but it was disturbing. It was like a beached whale trying to fucking dance. Anyway, how was the match? I mean, it was all right. It's just she doesn't sell a fucking thing. And she did the same thing here. It's like, it's really, I got to stand by what I said in my predictions video. Kelly actually sold in the ring. Like, when she got hit with a move, she'd sell it. Asuka is like right back up. Like, I'm telling you, this is not a good worker. She's not a good worker. I gotta be honest with you guys. Most of these Japanese wrestlers like Nakamura, Nakamurphy, Shitcake Nakamurphy are not good wrestlers. Good wrestlers sell in the ring. When they get hit with a particular move, they usually hold the body part of the move that hit, and they don't get right back up. Because the thing is, if you really got hit with a move, like in real life, you would not be getting right back up. And you might not be getting back up at all from a lot of these moves if they were real. But I'm just saying, you got to sell pain. And it all goes back to the most ridiculous example of when she wrestled Nia Jax. And many of the girls are guilty of this, so I'm not just singling out Asuka. But when you're wrestling a female that's like 300-something fucking pounds, and you're just getting right back up and winning the match, you're just fucking showing that this shit is fake as fuck, or that you're just a terrible worker. So there was no surprises here. The Miz cut a promo backstage, and man, like, this is a promo that shows that this guy is like main event level. I mean, scripted or not, the way how this guy strung words together, I mean, you just gotta say he's a natural here. So I enjoyed this promo backstage. Strowman and Kane did their one-liners, and well, I don't know. I strangely like the way how Cesaro is like cutting promos with the mouthpiece in, with the mouth guard. I don't know. I think it sounds hilarious how he's like mumbling the promos. And yeah, I know this is probably like a McMahon thing. He might find that funny, but it is a little bit funny. It's entertaining. It's something different. Kurt Angle, who wore the mouth guard, kind of like when he had the wrestling machine gimmick right before he left in 2006. Not even he did that. Rich Swann and Cedric Alexander beat Jack Gallagher and Brian Kendrick. When, what's just so funny about this, like what was better than any part of this match is, I mean, as a wrestling match, it's okay, but it's like the same shit you see every match from these guys. First of all, Alexander and Swann are like the same wrestler. No, not because they're black, but that might have something to do with why they put them together. They do have a history of doing that. They put the two black guys together. They've done that for a while. But I'm saying, like, they're both high flyers. They both hit, like, the same moves during the match. But when Cedric Alexander came out, the guy's, like, super excited, and credit to him for having the energy and shit like that. But you could have heard a fucking pin drop when he came out. And, of course, none of the fucking dirt sheet writers, none of the Wade Kellers, no one's going to talk about this shit. The Magoo's out there, they're not going to talk about this, about 205 Live. These guys come out, and you could hear a fucking pin drop. I mean, there was even a little bit of a smattering applause, I think, for Kendrick and maybe even Gallagher. But Alexander and Swann, I mean, my God. And the thing is, it's like, you can see that they're trying to pump up the crowd and shit by, slapping hands with people. And, it's kind of like they reluctantly, like, kind of give them a high five. I'm just, like, standing there saying, man, they're putting so much into their fucking little entrance. And there's no reaction from the crowd. I mean, why was this match here? Like, I don't get it. Like, why was this not like a pre-show match? And wasn't it even supposed to be? No, actually, it wasn't. It was on the main card, I believe, right? Yeah, I don't know, but this is something you would see on the fucking pre-show. Alexa Bliss defeated Mickie James. I kind of knew that it wasn't her time. I predicted this. It was a good match, no, without a doubt. I mean, this is like, she is, to me, the best current women's wrestler right now. Bliss, from the character to the attitude, Mickie James, and she's definitely one of the best veterans, one of the best of all time. I wasn't quite crazy about this storyline that kept like harping on her age and stuff. Because late 30s, I mean, this is a company that has a man, Undertaker, fucking in his fucking 50s, wrestling current generation wrestlers. And they never once say, at 40-something years old, he was beaten by Brock Lesnar. No. To WWE, like, these wrestlers are timeless. And they should be that way. I don't really think that should really be an issue. Even if you notice, even when Randy Orton had the Legend Killer gimmick, which, by the way, was an amazing gimmick. And, if I ever do any retrospectives, I'll probably talk about that. That was a good time for Orton. Very, very good non-Russo idea, by the way, of being a legend killer. They never once talked about any of those legends having, many years, nobody talked about these guys being 40 and 50. Even when Hulk Hogan returned at Backlash 2002 and beat Triple H, they didn't even talk about the fact that the guy was in his 50s. That was like the last thing that they would want to mention. So I wasn't so crazy about this. You know, the last video package they did on Raw prior to the pay-per-view, the old-timey black and white thing was funny, but Mickie James, after the match, I think they went a little bit overboard. And what is this? Like, I don't understand, but Charlie comes off as a fucking bitch most of the time. First of all, I didn't even mention it. Like, 2 weeks ago on Raw, she was dressed like Ivory from Right to Censor. And she's always like, I don't know, this interviewer, she has like a very bitchy attitude, if you've noticed. I can't help but notice something like that. It's just the way how she talks. She's like very, like, you know, oh, you must be so disappointed. Oh, feel bad about yourself. I mean, I don't know, but it's like a major turnoff. You know, you never had like the backstage interview kind of like trying to stick it to the wrestler. I don't know, but the whole thing with Mickie crying and you know, it's like, okay, it's a loss. You know what I mean? Like, they went a little bit too much with the crying. You know, if they're trying to be super feminist, we're not divas anymore. We're women. You know, and so if they're going to pull that fucking, you know, shit where they're doing, like, really pro-feminist stuff, then stop with having the women cry already, because that even I'm against. Naomi crying, losing the title. I lost the fake title. I mean, like, enough is enough already. These fucking girls are crying after every single match. I mean, my God. I mean, what? Like, it's kind of uncomforting watching that all the time. These girls just crying their eyes out after they lose a fucking match. Like, I don't get that. You go through the whole trouble of saying, it's the women's revolution. We can't have bra and panties matches anymore. So what do? We just fucking, you know, we do the exact opposite. We have them fucking cry their eyes out like fucking little girls. You know, the thing is, it's like, especially, we will talk about her age. Someone like in their late 30s losing a fake match and they're crying about it. It's just very, very, like, unbecoming. And, like, you know, we want to see Mickie, you know, in the title picture. We do. And I kind of hope that now they should continue this feud, but get away from the age shit, you know? Like, enough already with that. Enzo defeated Kalisto. Hallelujah. Guys, sorry, but we got to go into a little mini Enzo rant right here. To me, I posted it up on Facebook last night while watching this match. Enzo greater than the Shield. Because, to me, this is way more charisma than those two motherfuckers, Ambrose and Rollins. And we're talking about when you really add up how much mic time both of those guys have had over the years versus Enzo. Enzo has put together a body of work. In the past month, this guy has cut better promos than the Shield, any member. Yes, even Roman Reigns. I mean, this guy to me is a highlight of Raw. You know, they went back in the video package, the insults. You know full well that those insults were not written by any single WWE writer. It is impossible. After all these years, they haven't made me laugh a single time. Enzo comes out there and all of a sudden we're laughing again. You know, we're getting a chuckle, and he's a very likable heel. And, you know, he does a very good job of it. And, you know, like I said, the way how this guy talks, down to his voice, down to his look. And do you guys notice something here? Do you notice that when Enzo comes out, he's always wearing something different? Always changing it up. It's like The Rock, when he, you know, even though The Rock's tights wouldn't change that much, the color scheme might change a little bit of The Rock or the Brahma Bull on the back of the tights. But he always have a different, you know, $1,000 shirt on, or, you know, or $10,000 shirt, whatever he was calling it. You know, always had a different something about his appearance. And that's what you get from Enzo. I mean, like the outfit he was wearing, and these are small touches that you could see that this guy is spending a truckload of money on ring gear. He's coming up with new material. You know, people complain, oh, he's saying the same thing night after night. You know, the funny thing is that, you know, people forgot that Road Dogg and Billy Gunn would come out there and say the same thing night after night and change a little something. Whatever. We're living in a different generation of wrestling fans because all the real fans have left and we're stuck with the fucking marks. But you come out here and you see a true star here in every sense of the word. And Kalisto comes out and, you know, it's almost like all the charisma is sucked out of the room. And Enzo ends up with the win. And, you know, I don't understand why, but it was almost like they just wanted to stick it to somebody here. I don't know. It's like, why even have him drop the belt on Raw? Nobody really liked it. The Smarks didn't even care. You know, I don't know, maybe they wanted Cedric Alexander to win it. You know, that's the thing. You guys complain about, you know, Enzo. And the biggest Smarks are the ones going to the event, right? Because that's what the whole crowd is filled with. So if that's the case, how come you had all the big names of the 205 Live Cruiserweight division? Cedric Alexander, Rich Swann. I believe those guys are even former Cruiserweight champions. How come you guys weren't applauding for them? You know, you spend all this time talking about, oh, they're amazing athletes and stuff, and why is Enzo? He's not a good wrestler. Well, if that's the case, where were you guys to, you know, root for these guys and cheer for them when they came out? Like I said, you could have heard a fucking pin drop. Back with the belt again, thank God. Fuckboy Balor defeated AJ Styles. Man, AJ loses, you know, the U.S. belt. Bam, he's getting fucking beat. You know, here's the thing, what I didn't understand. Okay, so what I want to say first, let's get this out of the way. He loses to Corbin. You know, he loses the belt in the the triple threat match, whatever, at Hell in a Cell, was it? Whatever event it was. Then he loses again to Corbin clean. He challenges Jinder Mahal on SmackDown. So, aside from upsetting the Smarks because, you know, at the end of the match, we're doing this, the fucking Wolfpack thing that they stole from them, and the whole crowd is cheering. Oh, because they were in the Bullet Club together. Oh my God, guys, I'm creaming my pants. I mean, okay, Wade Keller must have busted a nut when he saw that shit. Magoo must have fucking jerked off to this shit. You know, because they were talking about it for, you know, I think it was King of Kings, right? You asked me why a user here on YouTube who watches my vids said I care too much what Keller says. Okay, well, this is the thing. It's not that I care so much what he says. I have to address it because Wade Keller is a big name in the wrestling online business, right? So whatever this guy says, he talks a lot of fucking shit. He's been ranting about the Ultimate Warrior and how he's such a terrible person because, you know, it's not like Wade Keller said that he uses wrestlers' wives to get information out of them. What a great guy. Yeah, well, Ultimate Warrior is a horrible fucking person and Wade Keller's a fucking saint. He's fucking Mother Teresa. The thing is, a lot of wrestling fans always say, oh, well, Wade Keller or Dave Meltzer. So the thing is, a lot of people admire these guys. They envy them and, you know, they want to be them. They wish that they could have that spot on the internet. You know, like I said, like my YouTube channel will probably never, ever even come close to the amount of listeners that a Wade Keller or Meltzer Magoo gets. So the thing is, I'm just mentioning it because that's popular opinion. Many people like those guys, so they're going to repeat what they say. So I'm just here to counter what they say. It's not really like I sit at night, you know, I lay in bed at night, like, oh, Wade Keller, oh, Meltzer Magoo, oh my god, they will share different opinions. You know, it's not like I lay awake at night thinking about that shit. It's just, I address it here in the video because that's popular opinion, and I'm here to counter that fucking fucked up culture. That's all it is. It's not like I obsess what he says. Anyway, before the match even begins, this is awesome! This is awesome! This is awesome! This is awesome! This is... Shut the fuck up already, you annoying motherfuckers! Oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Oh my fucking god, shut up! Holy fucking shit, you guys are so fucking annoying! Oh my fucking god! Stop! For the love of fucking God! Please! Shut the fuck up! Can we go to sir? This is awesome! This is awesome! Okay, history on this is awesome. It all started back when TNA was at, Universal. And all the smarks and the tourists would be sitting around, and somebody would do a fucking 450 splash. This is awesome. Someone would do a plancha. This is awesome. And somehow this manifested, and it found its way into the big arenas that WWE performs at. And it was not smattering. The whole crowd was saying it during this match before it even began. Because, once again, King of Kings, because Wade Keller and Meltzer Magoo, who have a big audience, they're the ones telling people that this is the match we gotta see. Wade Keller complained, why is Finn Balor not champion on SmackDown having matches against AJ? And so this match ends with a coup de grace from the top. By the way, what's that move called? The 1916? Basically the curtain, like a sit-out curtain call. Why is that move not his finisher? Instead, he gets the stupid 3-year-old stomp. That other move looks a lot better and more like high impact to me. Anyway, so AJ, since we're already doing SmackDown versus Raw, why not go the full extra mile and have Jinder interfere? You already had AJ lose here clean. Why didn't you have Jinder, who AJ kicked his ass on SmackDown, left him lying with the Singh brothers? Why didn't you have him interfere in this match and cost AJ the match? That would have been a great story to tell. But missed opportunity. I mean, are you fucking serious? This was so obvious. And I know why they didn't want to do that. Because once they announced this match, there was a universal coming in the pants of the Smarks, Magoo and Keller alike. So they didn't want to ruin this match because we got to make it like it would be in Japan, right? A boring-ass fucking straight-ahead match. It's not like it was a bad match or anything. I'm not going to lie and say it was a bad match. It was an okay match. Not a great match. Not a this is awesome. I wouldn't chant this is awesome during any match, to be honest, because it's fucking annoying and just pointless. Alright? There's other chants, and my god, do you guys think this is cool saying this shit? And whatever. I can't get over it. So they may have a plain ass match. They have an opportunity to tell a story here to lead into Survivor Series with AJ and Jinder, and they could have had a big, a big lead in here to SmackDown. But instead, we're going in cold. If you're going to have Balor and AJ, who were on 2 separate shows anyway, so why have AJ just take a loss here? If you want him to go up against the world champion and have him be a believable challenger, why not have Jinder cost him the match? Or, the Singh brothers and Jinder come out, the ref takes a bump, or Jinder distracts AJ on the entrance ramp. He doesn't even have to come down, for fuck's sakes. You couldn't even fucking do that? Have Jinder maybe on commentary during the match just to add something to it. But we don't want to upset the Smarks' dream match. Whose dream match? I wasn't dreaming of this match. Fuck this shit. This is what I'm saying. The Smarks kill wrestling. They kill the fucking product with their stupid obsession over the fucking boy. They're at the Balor Club. The Balor Club. I mean, this is a club that is like that has no members in it, and if they do, they're just the most pathetic, stupid fucking smarks that you could find. Jason Jordan defeated Elias twice throughout the night. They had Jason Jordan come out. Elias was trying to play a song, and he had a shopping cart full of vegetables. One time he comes out, he throws the vegetables at him. Why is Elias not getting up out of the chair and kicking his ass? Then they go up, then he comes out again, and he throws vegetables, and then Elias allows him to walk away. Why are they making Elias look like a fucking pussy? And he walks away again, and then they have the match. And what is up with, Corey Graves attacking Booker T constantly on commentary, trying to make the guy, look stupid? First of all, Graves, I'm going to get to you a little bit later on in the main event. And you think you're one of the greatest commentators of all time. So, you had Jason Jordan pinning Elias with a controversial victory because, Booker T, adds a lot to these matches. His excitement and enthusiasm is so much better than the monotone voices of Michael Cole. And Michael Cole, when he tries to act excited, it doesn't sound natural at all. And Corey Graves. So, they had a little controversial. Elias had his shoulder up at the end when they did the replay. And they're, attacking Booker T. And I'm like, both of you guys don't even have a smidget of the talent that Booker T has in his fucking pinky. Booker T's a fucking legend. And what this guy provides on commentary, could you believe they were going to make David fucking Otunga the Raw commentator? It was bad enough having Byron Sex Addict on there. What did I say yesterday to Cameron Morales? Byoring sack of shit, Byron Saxton. Instead, they were going to give us David Otunga. Great replacement there. But Booker T adds excitement to these Raws. And a lot of times when I watch Raw, I look forward to what Booker T has to say because even if I don't agree with it, even if Booker T is saying something that's, out of the norm, at least it's out of the norm. I mean, the guy is giving a different take. Is basically what he's doing. He's giving his opinion on the match, and it adds to it. It's different that he has his own favorites. He's saying in the ring what he thinks. He says, "Oh, Jason Jordan is confused. He doesn't know how to beat him." And this guy Graves, it can't be scripted. It can't be McMahon telling that to him in his earpiece. Just goes after him. What are you talking about? These guys, holy shit. I don't understand. Jerry King Lawler is healthy. JR is healthy. Why not have these guys get back on Raw and do what they have? Do you know how much better the show would be with some storytelling from JR, with the King providing color? First of all, I don't know, but I've said this in the past. JR should be calling Raws till the end of his life because he's the only man that knows what he's doing on commentary. And the same thing goes for the King. It's just, that's the perfect team right there. That is the best commentary team of all time. Yes, I even enjoyed them more than Gorilla Monsoon, Bobby Heenan, or Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse Ventura. I just do. Their voice is plastered over so many great WWE moments, and we need to get them back. Then it was our main event. It was Angle, Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and backstage they gave Angle the vest, which was a nice little touch. I was going to look forward to seeing him in his patriotic singlet again, but this was actually not a bad idea. And, they faced Miz, Sheamus, Cesaro, Braun Strowman, and Kane. And there were, a couple of little interesting things during this match. Yes, it was very long. Yes, it was over a half an hour, as I predicted that it was going to be, and I kind of hoped that it wasn't going to be. But you had a little interesting dynamic with Kane and Braun Strowman, and I would like to see that match. Kane hit Strowman with a chair by accident. He pushes him down. Kane choke slams him through the stage. The thing is that was a little bit annoying about this match is how long they fought outside the ring for. Like, and nobody was, like, attempting to win this match. So, basically what you got was they were just doing one spot to the other spot to another spot. And while it was an entertaining match, and I can't complain that much, the psychology in the match was way off because the thing is they're just having these guys like, we got to go over to the garbage truck. They pulled out a garbage truck. And we have Ambrose and Rollins jumping off of it. Like, just, they did all this stuff so they could get it outside the ring. Kane got his revenge, choke slams Strowman through the ring, through the stage for pushing him down. Then I like the spot he did where he pulled on the chairs that were dangling from the ceiling like the prop, and all the fucking chairs just go right on top of Strowman. And then you got the visual of Strowman with all the chairs on top of him. So, you know, these are pretty good moments during the match. Jumping off the garbage truck was cool. Then Strowman comes back. They try to stop Strowman from attacking Kane. Then all the heels gang up on Strowman. They throw him in the back of a garbage truck. And then I think the crowd was chanting, "You murdered Strowman," which was a funny chant. I'll give the fucking smarky crowd that. You know, so that's an interesting dynamic. So now they put Strowman in a spot, you know, like where a lot of shit happened to him. He looks strong getting up after all that shit Kane did to him. But now they got to have him come back, and he's got to destroy all these guys because it's enough already with him getting tossed through the table, tossed through the stage. They're leaving him in too many vulnerable positions. He should now come back and destroy all these motherfuckers. Like, at the beginning of the match, Angle, you know, got running power slam through a table. Then he ended up coming back later in the night, and they did the shield bomb and got the pin. You know, I liked the little story that they told there with Strowman and Kane. It was an added bonus. But my God, this match should really need to be this fucking long. I mean, like, what is with them now? They have gone 2 pay-per-views in a row with these main events that just go on fucking forever. And though this was a bit more constant, and, you know, they did throw a little extra story in there with Kane and Strowman, it's like, it's enough is enough already. I mean, like, come on, guys. You're being a little bit fucking ridiculous with, like, going past the limit of the show. So, you know, like, okay, I think they only went, like, 2 minutes over, but still, most pay-per-views were 2.5 hours. They would rarely even get to the 3-hour mark. Now they're, like, really taking liberties with it. And they had fewer matches tonight, shorter matches, to make room for this monstrous main event. But it was a decent, it was decent enough. So the pay-per-view, and good thing I wrote this note because I almost forgot. Corey Graves, the comment that he made when they started beating up Miz, like, near the stage, he goes, "Oh, you know, guys, it's getting really close to fall." So, and I think we're already in fall, by the way. So, didn't fall start September 21st? Anyway, he says we're getting pretty close to fall weather, or fall weather, whatever he said. He's like, well, you know, he's like, maybe I wonder if Miz's beatdown comes in pumpkin spice. So let me get this straight. You want to knock Booker T for what he says during the matches, but you're saying fucking lame-ass comments like this? Monster handled! Pumpkin spice beatdowns? Are you what are you, a fucking 6-year-old? You fucking goofball? How dare you fucking knock the great Booker T and then come right back and say lame ass shit like this? Booker T ain't saying that shit. Pumpkin spice beat that. Get the fuck out of commentary, you fucking goof. Holy fucking shit. What a lame ass comment. What? How the fuck is that even passable? The McMahon should have heard that in the earpiece and been like, what the fuck are you saying, Graves? You dumbass. Anyway, guys, the pay-per-view, I'll be honest, I wasn't like really bored with it, but there was a lot of failed opportunities here. Not a great show. The Balor AJ stuff with Japan was just annoying, and this is awesome. Stop it. You know, so like let's just do a quick like rundown here. So it's like the main event was good. Seeing Enzo, we should have never lost the belt in the first place. The Cruiserweight match, a lot of meaningless matches, so not a very good pay-per-view at all. A nice main event that was a bit too long. Condense that shit down. Try to win the match instead of it just, you know, getting to one place so you could do a bunch of fucking things on the stage. You know, but decent. It was great to see Angle back. Really great to see him back. But there you go, guys. There's your TLC match. I know a lot of people are going to overrate this show because AJ and Fuckboy all had a match. Oh, you know, God, come on, guys. Enough is enough already. It was a good match. It was a decent match, but it was not the best. Come on. Anyway, motherfuckers, there's your TLC review. I'll see you for the Raw review. Until next time, motherfuckers. What the fuck did I do with my belt? Here it is. This has been your YWC champ. Signing out.